The Road Show. Hey,
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh
How are
my
you
gosh,
doing?
I'm excited for today. I have two entrepreneurs that are super duper, super duper awesome. And they were just recently in my real estate class. And I got to know them even more, which was great. So I'm going to introduce them. They're going to talk a little bit about themselves. So the first one is Dibon. Dibon Enoch. Did I say that right, Dibon? Did I say that right?
It's Enoch. You said the first name right.
Enoch.
Yeah,
Enoch.
if you're biblical, you know how to say Enoch.
There you go. Devon Enoch. And he has For the Family Productions.tv, which is really super exciting. Devon, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm Jersey born, Ocean County representative. I've always been a big fan of music and just entertainment in general. Like I've always been around it. So like I started a company called FTF Productions with my cousin. Shouts out to Big T. He does hosting for Consecrate. Um, and the website's forthefilmy.tv. Basically, what we do is we develop artists to become, better, give them studio time. We got photographers, videographers, even if you need ghostwriting or something like that. Then on the other side of it, we have people that do DJing and event planning, and basically like anything you want to do in an event in the entertainment world, I can try to facilitate it for you, and that's what we're about. We do it for the
Awesome.
family,
That's awesome. I hear some background noise. I'm not sure who it's coming from.
and it's not me.
Uh, okay, everybody. So welcome to Yadira. Yadira has her hands in everything. It's amazing. She's also a cosmetologist and a hairdresser. Right, Yadira Hirtes. Yadira, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, hi, my name is Yadira. I've been in this country for like about 23 years. I do a little bit of everything. I'm a cosmetologist and hairdresser. Um, but before, in the past, believe it or not, I was in the landscaping industry, on landscaping
Landscaping.
design. I was a land,
Wow.
I was a landscaper for 4 years, and then right now, I'm like, we just finished the course with the best row. She's for real estate. Um, so, like I said, I always like to learn different things. I also work for doTERRA Essential Oils. I also work for like another company that is called ePearl. It's a cosmetic company. So it's a little bit. I do a little bit of everything. Looks like, but I get focused a lot on. But our main income is the our company, which is landscapes. I don't know if you can see it
Beautiful.
right there.
What's the name?
Yeah, my
What's the name?
landscapes,
Oh,
landscapes. So we
beautiful.
are. Yeah, we are certified in lighting design, hardscapes, planting design, low maintenance, fencing, and more. Uh, my husband, he's been in this industry for like about, before I met him in Mexico. Like I said, 23 years ago. So
Wow.
he's been a designer for like about more than, I have to say, probably like a 25 years. So he has
I got to get him into my backyard.
a lot of experience. I help them with like a little bit of what I can do for the company. Like you will see me driving the big trucks.
Oh, how cute.
It's crazy, but it's so much fun to do, to know as a woman, to know how to do different things, you know. So anything in that I can help you with, but also obviously my, like I said, I'm a little confused. I don't know what I do most because I do a little bit of everything. But
That's okay. It's
like I
all
said, I'm in
good.
the beauty industry. If you ever need any tips or anything from me, just
Absolutely.
ask me. All right.
Absolutely. That's amazing. So, gosh, when we're small, we don't know what we want to be when we grow up, right? Did you know what you wanted to be when you grew up? Did you know?
An architect.
That's what you said, an
But
architect.
I said it, and I left all my paperwork in the university in Mexico. But then I met my husband when I was finishing high school, and then I didn't care. I just like no, I fell in love. I don't want to be an architect. I want to be
A housewife.
a married lady instead. Which is
Well,
Jack of all trades.
that's the only part in my life that I regret so bad. Not going to the university. To be honest with you.
yeah. You know what? A lot of kids make that. They
Yeah.
make that choice when they fall in love, right? And they
That's
really,
I was about to say mistake, but yeah, no, it's not a mistake.
right,
It's
right.
Yeah.
it's like a it's a good decision, but for me, like I always tell my all my kids because we have an older kid, as I told you before, he's in the university. His name is Christopher. I always when I talk to them, I said, guys, do not get married so young. Go to the university. Do the things like you're supposed to do. You
Right.
know, don't eat the dessert first. Eat your salad first and go by step by step.
That's a good
Right.
mom.
You know,
Yeah.
huh?
That's a good mom.
Yeah. Oh my God. I really, I gave to my mom that big headache because my mom, she is a registered nurse, very, very, very good mom, very, how can I say, successful woman, very
God
smart.
bless her.
And
God
then
bless her.
when I told her, no, I'm not going to the school. I'm just gonna, I'm going to marry with an American guy. It's a long story. So if I tell you,
That's
it's
okay.
interest. It's like an interest in my story.
Uh-huh.
So
Sounds like a good
I
movie.
will. I don't want to be the show just for myself, guys. So,
So well,
but
listen. So we'll make a movie on it, and Dibon will be the film
Yeah,
producer, right?
I'm
oh,
down.
that'll be
I'm
so
down.
much
Yeah, I'm
fun.
down.
We should. We
I'm
should.
down. I love those movies back in the day. Brazilian princess comes to America, falls in love,
Mhm.
dancing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love it.
You know
I
what
love it.
is it is really interesting. I have to say the the part of my life that I feel is more interesting is like how can you move forward from like not knowing the language, not
Right.
knowing how to drive, not having no friends, not having your mom and dad, your family, friends. I don't want to keep going because I can cry
Aw.
because
Uh,
when I remember back then, and then I got pregnant after 2 months, and then my mom and my in-laws they were like they didn't agree that we did all this like so fast. They didn't believe in us,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Spanish families
And
are like
then
that though. They're tough on you.
since the day one, I've been working here in the United States and my husband too. What do you say, Devon?
I said that's how it is in Spanish families. They're on your case hard. Like my abuela, she was tough on the family. Like my mom was kind of the black sheep because
Oh,
of that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was tough. Single
I'm
mom
telling
stuff.
you, after when I was here like for 9 months, I didn't like the weather. I love New Jersey. I love United States. I'm so grateful all United States has given us. But just the weather. The weather has been my biggest challenge.
Well,
I
we're still
swear. And
fighting
then
the weather. I can't. I'm like
and then I
praying for the
remember
sun. Where's the
Yeah,
sun?
it's gone. It's raining horribly outside.
exactly.
It's
And
crazy.
then you know what?
Uh,
The weather has been affecting families with like depression, anxiety, and all those crazy things. Believe it or
yeah.
not, the weather interferes into
Mhm.
that.
So I'm wearing these fancy glasses here
Stunning.
because
Yeah.
I have to wear them as much as I can when I'm on the computer. I was on the computer a lot because I had a
Hmm.
concussion.
Mm.
Well, still feeling the thing
Oh,
concussion. So I have to wear the glasses because it's not as bad on the headache that it gives me when I'm looking. So you like my fancy glasses?
Yeah, you're doing them justice. You look good in them. You look good in them. They're fancy.
So my neighbor's
they're
dog
nice.
a couple of weeks ago ate the glasses. It was hysterical.
Oh,
Good. They're like family to me, actually. They're a family that's my family. Um, but yeah, I walked into the house and there were my glasses. I was like, oh my God.
oh my goodness.
So I had to get new ones.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So
It's the
it's
worst. It's the worst when an animal eats something that you need every day.
I
Yeah, it's the
couldn't
worst.
even believe I couldn't believe he
Yeah.
crunched them down to nothing. I was more listen, I was more afraid of what he ingested that he wasn't going to get sick. You know,
Yeah,
they were little pieces of glass.
that's hard to pass.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So going back to Yadira, I mean, so you guys, so what are the challenges, right? As coming from another country, having to meet new friends, having to meet new people, starting from
Uh-huh.
school, you have to pat yourself on the back. Like that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's truly
Yeah, you
amazing.
do.
Someone
You
told
know
me,
what?
yeah,
When my son, when sorry to interrupt, but it's interesting that you guys know this. Like our older son, we have only two boys, Christopher and James. Chris, he's 22, James, he's 15. So Christopher, when he finishes high school, he said to me, Mom, I'm going to work just I'm going to take a break for 1 year and I'm going to work with my dad because I want to buy a brand new car, and then I'm willing to help dad in the company. And I said, no, you're not, absolutely not. He's like, Mom, you always need workers. I said, don't worry about us, do not. I said, you are going to school, you are not doing the same mistake that I did. And he's like, oh, you're calling me mistake. I say, no, you're not. If I'm telling you this, is because I struggle since number day one in here in the United States. I've been working my like I've been working like crazy. I say, I do not want to see you suffering. You need to go to school.
right?
And then I had a bad situation pushing him to go to school because most of his friends, they wanted to do that.
Mm,
They wanted to, and some of them they did that. Some from maybe 10 in total, maybe three they went to the university.
yeah, yeah. A lot
It's
of it has
very
to
very
do, a
hard.
lot of it has to do with the expense.
Yeah,
The
it's very
expense
expensive.
of college is absolutely
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy.
It's
If
crazy.
you, that's why with me, like, people, they might think, oh, she's like over exaggerating. No, because we are paying his university. It's a lot of money.
Hmm.
It's I don't sometimes I don't know how we do it, and we try to travel once a year to Mexico, so
Right.
it's a lot of expenses. But we know, like, if we cannot to travel from 1 year, then we're not going. We can't
Right.
go because you never. Yeah, and this is beside that he has a, how you call the through football, the I don't have that word in my
Scholarship.
mind.
Scholarship.
The
Yeah,
scholarship. He has
yeah,
like some percentage of a scholarship
that's good.
from football. Yeah.
That's good.
So
My little
yeah,
brother
but
plays
I always,
football.
like I said, I always recommend the kids to go to go to
Yeah,
university.
school is extremely important.
Yeah, I wish I did
Again,
that
like I
too.
For
said,
me,
there's a lot of
I
kids
think it is.
that stop themselves because of the expense, unfortunately. You
Like
know.
Some kids say, yeah.
I tried it because like in my house, it wasn't like two family house, one two parent house. It was one of those houses where you travel, you move around a lot, stuff like that. But so I really
Mhm.
didn't focus on school. I was more of like oldest child having to help out with the younger children and stuff like that. So I really didn't focus the way I should have in high school. Like I was always worried about what's going on around me instead of worrying about what I can do to make my life great. So when I have my own kids, it'll be different. That's why like I
Right.
try always getting my oldest. She's 15, going on 35. But I always try to tell her, like you don't know how easy you have it. Like you got flat screens in your own room. Like I remember those days where we didn't even have TV, food, nothing. You know what I mean? So it's
I
like,
know.
When we had
you
to
know,
change the channel, we
yeah, you
had
had
to
to
get
get turn it.
and
I had one of those turn things. Yes, I had one of those. I'm only 36, but I had one of those definitely. You know what I mean? But
In my
so
house,
oh wait, the
one.
best part. You remember the Reynolds wrap on the antenna?
oh
Yeah.
man, oh man, that was in my aunt's house.
We
Yes,
we
yes,
had one TV
yeah,
per
throughout the whole
house.
house.
One
Yeah, yeah.
TV.
If you were
Yeah.
lucky, and it
That's
didn't
all.
have cable, it was snow, white snow. You had when DVD players and VHS came out, it was awesome because you had a bunch of tapes.
Oh
So I
It's
yeah,
always
but
try to tell
we
her. I
didn't
always try
have
to tell her
cable.
like, just make sure you do what you gotta do. I mean, lucky enough, she's been a straight A student since the seventh grade. You know,
right.
I just try to
I
get her
love
on her
all that
about like doing other
generation.
stuff. Like being active in the community, doing sports, just to have something under your belt. So I just
Right.
want them just to do better because like I know I could have did better, and like I'm still striving. Like I got the company, like I got my CDL. Like right now, I just trying to get my
Good.
real estate license. Trying to get
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
No, Devon,
yeah,
I mean, I'm not the teacher. We Roy is the teacher, but I was a makeup artist teacher, so I have teach in my branch, right, in my industry. I have a teach, and I
Guess
know,
what? Yeah,
and Ro can tell you, you are one of the ones that you're going to pass. I'm telling you,
I
Yeah.
told
Wow.
you
I
that.
because
appreciate the
as a
faith.
teacher, we know, right, Ro?
We
As a
do
teacher,
now.
you know
Yes,
which one needs more help.
yes.
She knows that I need more help,
Yeah.
and
You're gonna get it though. You're not
Yeah,
far.
you're good because
You're
you're
gonna
there. It's just
get
you.
it.
I think you doubt yourself too much.
Yeah, she
'Cause you
does.
seem amazing. You
I
seem
think I'm
amazing.
going to. I think I'm going to this time.
Yes,
I'm a
Totally,
big
I
Yachty
know, but
fan.
yeah. I'm so excited
Yeah,
thank
for
you.
you.
yeah.
So excited for
I
you.
can't. Thank you.
Devon, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Um, to be honest, I don't know, cause I feel like I never really had a chance to think about that. You understand?
Okay,
But like, I did love football, and I played football, all through Pop Warner High School. I even played some semi-pro. Like they call them the Iron Man leagues, cause there's no real trainers or, medical staff. You're just out there playing with people who shoulda, coulda, woulda.
right.
But I mean, if I had to really think about it now, like I always wanted to be just a great person. That's basically it. Like I just wanted to be thought of as somebody who can be at the top but not be a bastard at the same time. You know what I mean? Like,
That's so
because there's a
cute.
lot of evil in the world, and a lot of people get to the top by being evil. But I always wanted to be one of the people that can show that you can do it with other people without having to step on people. You understand? Even though
It's so
the way the
true.
world is, you do got to be a little bit grimy every once in a while, because otherwise you get stepped on all the time. But I try to be the best I can be for me and my kids. I got 3 kids, 6, 4, and 15.
Mhm.
They're awesome. They're smart. They're
Yeah,
crazy. They're a
my
headache at the same
business.
time.
Yeah, my real
But
estate business literally took off because of my honesty and
mm,
exactly what you're saying. Be good, Don't treat other people like
yeah,
garbage, because that makes a difference. I don't think I got to tell you guys in your class, but one of my stories that really always sticks in my brain was so I had this listing. They called me in for the listing. And she said, we see your signs all over the place. We want you to list our house. I was like, oh, great. I went in there, looked at the house, and right before we're getting ready to sign the papers, she says to me that this particular other agent that we were all like, there was 3 of us in this one area, lived next door. And I said, what? So and so lives next door? And she said, yeah. I said, oh, I can't take this listing. She goes, what do you mean? I said, if there's a reason why you don't want to use her, I understand. But if you think she can't do the job, no, she could absolutely do the job. So if I had to wake up every morning and see my competition's face on my neighbor's lawn, I would want to throw myself out the window. No, I take this
yeah, yeah,
listing. And she was like, are you kidding? I'm like, no, I'm not. I said, if there's no other reason at all, absolutely call her and have her do it. So I leave and my phone rings. It's the agent. She's like, Ro, I can't even believe that. I can't even believe you just walked away from something. I said, listen, again, I don't want to mention names. I said, again, it, I know I would hope that you would have done the same thing for me. If I had to look out my window and see your face on my neighbor's lawn, I would be pretty upset. I said, it's all good. And she's like, no, you got to take a referral fee at least. At least the referral fee. I said, no, I'm good. So she insisted. And I did take a referral fee. But guess what the best part is? She left the industry. And guess who she refers all her clients to?
yeah. See, that's
Right?
God right there. That's
Good
God.
comes
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
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 You put it out there, it comes back to you.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like
Yep.
I'm always
absolutely.
brutally honest, but I'm the type that give you the shirt on my back and feed you my last meal. You know what I mean? I've always been that guy,
Yeah.
and that's why people cling to me. But sometimes, it gets too clingy.
So what did your parents so we talked about you, Yadi, on what your
Hmm.
parents wanted. Devon, what did your parents want? I hear background noise. I think
It's definitely Yachty because I'm in this dead silent.
It's me.
Somebody's TV
there's
or something,
TV or something going on.
or maybe
No,
maybe your speaker's
I'm by
too loud.
myself.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. Maybe let me my volume.
Maybe.
That's why. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot
Yeah,
better. Yeah.
much better.
That's like when you call into the radio and you hear yourself, you're trying to hear yourself on the radio. Say your favorite line. Say your favorite line. You hear it. That's funny.
Let me put my phone on airplane mode. I don't know if that can affect like the
Yeah, it sounds
interference.
much better. It sounds much better.
Yeah, it was just the echo sound in the back. All right, so what was your
Oh,
question,
okay.
Mama Ro? What was your question?
Your parents, did your parents like expect some certain, what they wanted you to do?
Well, I know, like, I mean, I have one of those dads that he's tough as rusty old nails, if you will.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, I mean, he wasn't, he was in and out, but like, he always wanted me to be better than him because he didn't have, a good dealt hand. But I mean, if we went off the conversation we've had lately, because it's a relationship that's kind of crazy. If I'm honest, I'm gonna be honest on Mama Real show. I'm gonna be honest. You know,
That's the way to be.
uh, it's
We
been
have to
bumpy.
be
Because
honest.
like the reason why we kind of bump heads because I'm him. 'Cause I'm the firstborn child. Like my mom has 3 kids, he has 6, and they share me. That's it.
Right.
And so we bump heads a lot. Like we really do. But he's told me recently how proud he is of me, blah blah blah. But like I know they always want me to be better than them, so
Hmm.
I strive for that. But because I kind of slacked a little bit and didn't rise to my potential right away, I try to instill all that in my children.
That's great.
But
So the moment you guys decided, all right, this is what I want to do. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. Give somebody a tip. What kind of tip would you give somebody if they wanted to start their own business?
don't be scared. Be willing to take chances because I wish I like me doing the things I've done so far. Like I wish I took a little bit more chances. You know what I mean? And just like whatever you choose to do, make sure you love it. Because if you don't
Mhm.
love it, it's not worth it.
That's so true,
Yeah.
right?
That's so true.
What
Yeah.
about the
What
wisdom words
about
of
you?
Yadi? Yeah.
What do, what about you, Yadi?
Well, number one, for me, I think the main part is being very responsible. And then sometimes you have to leave fun, which is I have to accept that I have done since the last. I have to say, like, it's good to have balance, but sometimes when you wanted to open a brand new business, there is not a such a thing that
A
you
lot of
can
hard
involve
work.
like
Right.
party and fun. It's you have to put that in on the side,
Yeah.
because that's what happened with me with my real estate, that I have to repeat the course. I wanted to mix like having fun when the
Hmm.
summer start, and then this and that, as I told you guys, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have 1 year, and then 1 year passes so fast. So not right now. It's like
And then you
I've been
found
putting my,
me.
huh? What
And
do you
then you
say?
found, and then you found me.
And then what?
And then you found me every
Exactly.
year.
And I find you, like I put you on my way. I
Oh.
have to say, because when I find you on Google, as I told you. And
Hmm.
then I said, if I don't see that she has whoever I picked this time, because the first time I picked somebody, because the school is very close from my house.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize, usually when I pick restaurants, I follow if they have 5 stars, because I'm a
Right,
good
right.
eater. So I have to make sure the
Yeah.
restaurant is good. But on this, at that time when I found you, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick her, whoever. Um, Woman or man, has to have 5 stars, because that means a lot. Now these days is how social media is all about,
Yeah, I know. I know.
isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
It
true.
counts a
One
lot.
bad
Like
star, it's over.
people that just follow. Oh my God, let me see if it. Oh no, I don't want this restaurant because it has only 3 stars. Oh, look at the reviews. Yada yada. I I always talk about to my husband about social media, because he doesn't have the time to put a lot of social media. But
Mhm.
these days, oh, that would be another thing that is, I think, is important.
Number one
Social
thing.
media,
Yeah.
social
Yeah,
media for new business.
it's like a curse and a blessing.
Yeah.
It's true. So, what would you guys say was your biggest failure in life? And how did you
Mm.
learn? And how did you learn from it?
My biggest failure. Um, Let me think.
Mm.
Of,
I got it. You figured it out yet, Yadi?
I was thinking like the same thing, that I married so young, but that's not a failure, right?
Somebody wants to be
um,
single. So
Maybe
it was,
she
you know
wants to
what?
be single.
It's
it
been
figures
very
out.
hard.
Yeah.
It's been very hard. It was kind of like a failure because I didn't measure the risk of like, because I tried to get my visa to come to this country, right? And then I got the visa denied 3 times, so I didn't get to see and meet my husband's in-laws or his family or friends, nothing. So
Yeah.
for me, just to take the risk like that, it's not that it was a failure, but it was like kind of like, because
You
I
learned.
wanted to go
You
back.
learned
I
through it. Yeah.
I had the desire to go back, and then my mom, she wouldn't take me back. My mom, she's very very strict. She's like, no, I told you. And obviously, she asked me if I was involved with like some violence in my house or something, because
Right.
basically you want to know how many days I was dating my husband in total the whole year?
How many?
12 days.
Mm.
Wow.
So my mom, she's like, no, if he's good, and then if he's not been bad to you, you're not coming back. You're gonna suck it up. You're going
Um,
to be a mom and then be a wife and then just work. I told you to go to school and you didn't want to. So probably, like I said, that's the only thing that I feel like I
that's
feel.
amazing, and I
For
give you
me,
so much credit. Like that.
yeah, that's
That's
dope.
hard. That's
Yeah,
hard. Good for you.
It's hard
for
until
me,
today's day.
For you.
I
Thank
would
you.
say, uh, my greatest. What would say? How'd you say it again? Greatest regret or greatest failure? Failure.
Greatest failure, and how'd you learn by it?
Um, I feel like it's more of like a failure of journey. Like I feel like I failed when it came to believing in the quality of me,
Mm-hmm.
and so and
Hmm?
I didn't realize that until it was kind of too late. So I
Never
just
too
tried.
late,
I
Vaughn.
know, and
Never,
that's I
never.
know. I said kind of, kind of too
Mhm.
late. But that's why I say, now it's like how I'm looking at life is like even the people that's been in my life for a long period of time and have been here with me, if they're not willing to grow like I'm trying to grow, then I have to separate myself. So it's like a whole lot of revamping going on and
Mhm.
still trying to be the, quote unquote great dad. You know what I mean? So it's like it's tough when you're trying to figure out you and help a
Yeah.
bunch of testosterone and hormones and ages and all that stuff. It's
Yes.
just
Yeah.
it's like
You
give
gotta
me
put them.
a
You gotta put them
yeah,
to use. You
yeah,
gotta put them to use in the business. That's what you have
yeah,
to do.
yeah. And it's funny because like even when we were doing the class, like because my little one, she's only 4,
And
and
they
because
learn. They
yeah,
learn. They learn
yeah.
skills.
Yeah, they do, and I'm just proud of my oldest. I'm not gonna lie. Because she's been through a lot, like mother issues and stuff. Because she's been with me and the mother of my other children
Mhm.
since she was 1 without her mother. So it's like even though she's had not to worry about nothing, but the mother's care, mother's milk, all that love. It's
Yeah.
still yearn for it no matter what, and then
That's right.
Mhm.
it's just the 2
And then
younger
when we
ones
know
trying to make sure
something,
they become something. And even though it's
yeah.
hard, don't tell nobody because upstairs, it's a battle. You know, oh, they shouldn't do this.
Where
Well, hey,
you're on a live video, so.
I know. Well, she's not gonna watch this. I don't care. Maybe I'll help my
But
kid
it's
go
good. It's good that you recognize that. It's good
Yeah,
that you recognize and
I've
and
tried,
let her know.
because
It's
like
important that you
I
let
got
her
those
know.
one of those mothers who she's been through a lot. Like she has 3 kids. My youngest brother is cerebral palsy, and fluid on the brain. So yeah, he's 21 now. Thank God. Like they said, he wasn't gonna make it past two. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So,
Mm.
so like she's dealt with a
Wow.
lot. So like I've always tried. Like I guess you want to say like I've always had this thing for like fixing. You know what I mean? So it's like
mm,
I kind of come into a project, and sometimes those projects just don't pan out. So
right, right.
it's on to the next project, I
Well,
guess.
what do you know? It's time to go.
Oh wow, already?
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
that was
But
crazy. This
listen,
is great.
everyone, yes, if you need family productions, videography,
Yes,
Dibon,
check us out.
yes,
At
reach out to him.
ForTheFamily.tv is our website. It has all our links for our media pages, social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Anytime you need anything,
Oh, okay.
you got a wedding, you need a DJ, you need a host, you need anything, you need decoration, we can do it all.
Give
You
them the
need
website one more time, Dibon.
ForTheFamily.tv, ForTheFamily.tv. Check us out. Thank you. I
Awesome.
appreciate you, Mama Ro.
And if you need landscaping and a cosmetologist and a
There you
good
go.
hairdresser,
I might need you for the Sweet 16,
call Yadi.
Yachty. I
Yadi,
might
give me
need you
Good.
your
in December. It's
information.
December because I do like the way you put. I check you out. I do like the way you put the little soft touches on it. So I might have to,
How I put the what?
like even when like you just on screen doing Zoom and then you got a little light foundation going on and you're looking like you're ready for the movies and you're just doing some schoolwork. You know what I mean? So like definitely because Sweet 16 is
I know
coming up
she
in
always
December.
looks so great, right?
Yeah,
In that.
like I'm like, geez, so we got a movie star in the class. Team Yachty. It's
Very
funny.
beautiful. Your husband is very lucky to have you,
Definitely,
Yadi.
definitely, definitely.
Very lucky, as you are to have him.
Yeah.
He's a hard worker.
Yeah.
And so give them the
I don't,
information
you know
to reach out
what?
to you.
To be honest with you, what do you say, Ron?
I said, so give everyone the information to reach out to you for your landscaping and for your cosmetology, hairdressing, and then soon to be these superstar real estate agents.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
All right. Coming to a shore near
We are
you.
we are going to
Yeah.
kill it. I know
How
that.
would you like them to contact you? Is that your email you want them to contact?
Um yeah, through my email I think is good, and then I can give you guys my Instagram to follow me. I don't use too much Facebook. I'm only have one family Facebook that I just have my people from Mexico. I used to have people, and I still keep some people that they're from here, but I used to have this like comments like I mean my whole family's in most, like I have to say 75% they only speak Spanish. And then
Mhm.
I used to get like trouble of people that they wanted to know what they were saying, and then I had to translate. And then some of my families who they don't speak Spanish, they were getting offended. It was like such a weird thing. Then I'm like, you know what? There is Google if you want to know my life, what I'm saying that they're saying. It's okay.
Mhm.
But I couldn't like translate for everybody. And then so I decide just to keep that one for the people over there.
Okay.
And then another thing is my friends, they were like sharing things that they shouldn't share. My mom was like knowing, hey, why you were doing this on Friday, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like when we were doing chats and things like that. I'm like, no, you know what? This
Oh my goodness.
Facebook is just for family from Mexico, and that's it. So that's why I do not use Facebook, but I use a lot Instagram. So
And
you
what's
can
your
follow
Instagram
me.
handle?
It's makeup. It's a makeup. Lower score.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure lower score. Y artist.
Y A.
Makeup lower. Yeah.
Spell that out for them.
So makeup. MA.
And
Like
then
like
underscore. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Makeup underscore Y artist.
Artist like
ARTIST. Yeah. Artist.
ARTIS.
T. Yeah.
Correct.
ARTIS.
Yes, like artist. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
All righty.
And then there is my
The road
email if
show.
they need
It's the road
It's
show.
the
to
road
But
contact
it's
me.
time to
show.
go.
It's time to
And
go.
then
This
I
was
can
cool.
just put
Have me
this if
back.
they can
Have me back
see it.
one time if you want. I don't know. I like this. I gotta come on again.
No problem.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you could do like a cooking.
This is fun.
You be Martha Stewart. I'll be Snoop. Light skin version. We can do this. We can do this. I can cook too, Miss Rowe. I can cook. I
Okay.
mean, you guys only know me on Zoom, but I got a belly. I've been cooking for a reason.
So,
All
Ro,
right, everybody. It was a pleasure. Stay tuned for the next Row Show every Friday at 4:00.
Thank you.
okay.
See you then.
Thank you.